welcome in to Getting Help from Uncle Sam.
Yes.
Actually, welcome into Staying Free, the people who provide freedom for us, especially on this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. And we are
so... a jet flying over right now.
I love the sound of jets equals the sound of freedom. To me, and it's a beautiful sound. And we welcome you. It's Colonel Efferson. You're with the 187th.
Yes, ma'am.
And we would love to talk about where you're located, what your mission is. Let's talk about what we can do to support you.
Sure. Well, to start out with, we're at Danley Field at the Montgomery Regional Airport, not Maxwell. A lot of people think we're there.
No.
But we have a wing of combat F-16s. And our mission is to provide a combat package for the combatant commanders when the time calls.
And you do get deployed.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, every time you turn around, you're seeing, oh, another group is being deployed and heading out.
Right, and we were just notified recently we've got another combat deployment. Can't go into location or exact
that's
times.
good.
But this fall, and so we're excited to go do that again.
So you're the one that makes sure everything is ready.
Well, they tell us where to go, and we make sure that we do the mission right when we get there.
So your last mission was where, Afghanistan?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, did 6 months, and that was a first ever standalone Air National Guard deployment for our organic assets, meaning we only used what we had here, and we went for 6 months. Normally you go for 3, but they needed us to go for 6, and everybody stood up
When you say
and did it.
standalone, I mean, you didn't bring in your own mess hall and hospital and
Oh,
everything.
no, sir.
But what is the term, so our viewers know? It's
Sure, sure. That
standalone.
just means we used our personnel and our
and your
equipment for flying. So the F-16s,
Good.
all the maintenance equipment that goes with it, without help from other bases or wings.
Good, great.
Yes, sir.
Well, you guys are strong enough to do it, and it seems like every time I turn around, you're getting honored out there.
Yes,
It's
sir.
wonderful. Good to see.
Yes, sir. And again, it kind of goes back to the community support. And for example, it means so much to the state of Alabama that we're being considered for an education bill that'll provide tuition assistance for National Guard members. That would be both Army and Air.
See, that's great. That's great. It's about time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is.
We just can't say thanks enough for that ability.
Well, what you have to look for, number one, acknowledgement, appreciation, the AA. I love that, but when you have something good, you have to take care of it and you have to support it. And education is an incredibly important thing, and anything the state can do to help your people and incentivize, you know, why would you want to join?
Well,
why would you want to be here?
Here's kind of a statistic for you. So if we just ask for a show of hands amongst our 1,500 people at the 187 Fighter Wing, probably 70 to 80% will raise their hand and say, hey, a previous mother, brother, uncle, father served in the military. So we want to get our message out to that other 90% of the population, because only about 1 or 2% serve in the military or have served. So it's that other 90% we'd love to reach. Come join us. You know, people used to think if you didn't do good in school or something like that, maybe you go in the military. That is not the case.
No.
We have such a high caliber professional. It is unbelievable. But we'd love to see more people consider this as a service option for
Well,
them.
let me ask you this. We have a huge audience. So actually, what is the criteria for being accepted into your group?
Well, one is do pretty good in school because
listen.
Yes, ma'am. There's a test called the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test that most all high school students are offered upon graduation. So depending on how you do on that test depends on what occupation that you can go in. And of course, pilots, I mean, you have to get a
college degree.
That's right, basically for the officers right off the bat. And enlisted can become officers, but it's through different educational paths. But man, it is just such a unique opportunity. And the National Guard, it allows you to have a civilian occupation and serve your country with very little interference with your civilian occupation. Another statistic for you is that about 90% of the people that join the National Guard, Air National Guard, will stay to some type of retirement benefit.
Wow.
So we have a 90% retention rate.
That's wonderful.
It really
So
is.
then you actually have your retirement from your regular job.
That's
you
right.
also can acquire
Yes.
that. So this is not just a current thing that you do for a while. The potential is there for a great future for you one day when you are ready to retire.
That's right.
You know, after you've done all those years of service.
Yes, ma'am.
And we could not do without all of the people that come in to your group. We couldn't. And there's no way to really thank you. Jack and I were saying we've worked all of our lives, but I've never had a job where I had to put my life on the line.
That's right.
Well, there's nothing special about me. I'm lucky that I'm blessed with being healthy enough to be able to do the job that I get to do. But on behalf of the men and women at the 187th Fighter Wing, I mean, those are the true professionals. They make it happen. It's a team effort. And really, in the state of Alabama, that includes the citizens of Alabama that support us so much. I mean, I go downtown, people will buy me lunch, they'll pat me on the back and say,
Right.
thanks for your service. And I always say thanks for your tax dollars, because it means a lot to us.
Well, you've got a good team, but it takes a great coach.
That's
Thank you,
right.
sir.
And
I
I point
appreciate
right
it.
at you. You've done an excellent job with it. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And just remember this, it's Memorial Day weekend. If you see someone in uniform or if you know anybody that's been a veteran, please pat them on the back, tell them a great big thank you, because it's because of their efforts that you can do the things you do on a day-to-day basis. You don't know what freedom is until you lose it.
That's correct.
And we'll be right back right after this.